time for your ABC 36 Storm Team forecast.
Mother Nature crashing the party with some natural fireworks of her own this afternoon across central and eastern Kentucky. Things kind of winding down, at least temporarily. Now, more rain and storms possible heading into Friday, but the good news, we're going to get a break from the higher humidity levels, drier air for the second half of the holiday weekend. Actually looks nice Saturday and Sunday. Pretty typical July weather into early next week. Daily storm chances, more humid air as well. Looking at our Viper radar, we've got that cell that's diminishing over Cave Run Lake and points to the east. Watching this little cluster here, got some heavier rain north of Liberty there in northern Casey County. Good bit of lightning as this thing runs up along the US 127 corridor, that is, eventually, if it holds together, over toward I-75. But a very intense line of storms coming out of Metro Louisville, and then about the time it got here in the Bluegrass region, it really started to diminish. A few cells held their own out the I-64 corridor, but looking at the bigger picture right now, much of the activity is into far western Kentucky, not seeing a whole lot back to our northwest, which bodes well for later in the evening. Hanging on for now, a few counties with the severe thunderstorm watch that goes until 7 o'clock. Probably will be dropped early. Still some damaging wind gusts possible, and any storm that might refire. Mount Sterling in Montgomery County, quiet there, 79. So along the I-64 corridor, look at all the rain-cooled air south of Lexington and across southern and southeast Kentucky, where we haven't seen any rain at all. We're in the low and mid-90s. Look at Somerset at 95. And, of course, the humidity really, really high. Our dew points earlier today were in the mid to upper 70s. They've dropped into the low 70s, but that's still super muggy. And you see what's happening with the feel-likes as a result, right around 100, even higher than that, down around Lake Cumberland. A good day to be in the lake as opposed to on the lake, and you can see a few spots here slightly cooler where we've seen some thunderstorm action earlier today. It's all due to this warm front, which is beginning to lift to the north, and I think that's why we're seeing a bit of a break. A lot of those storms getting away from the best lift. Although, ironically, our in-house data wants to refire some action 6, 7 o'clock and then bring it to the southeast and begin to weaken it out after sunset. Hopefully, this is overdone. Still feeling optimistic about that window for fireworks later in the evening. And then as we head into the day tomorrow, we've got additional rain and storms out ahead of that frontal system. As I mentioned, I think we're knocking the chances down 9, 10, 11 o'clock, which again is a good window for fireworks displays. Now, a lot of that smoke's going to get trapped in the low levels with a bit of an inversion, so keep that in mind for the overnight early tomorrow with visibility. Severe threat, damaging winds ahead of the front coming up tomorrow. Look at the muggy cast as we see it really take a dip on Saturday and Sunday. That's why things are looking a whole lot better for the second half of the holiday weekend. Front sweeps through. We are into the mid-80s on Saturday. We climb a few degrees on Sunday into the upper 80s, but a really nice finish to the upcoming holiday weekend. So the timing's good there after tomorrow. Monday, Tuesday, we'll see more storms around. Latest on Burl as of 5 o'clock, making a beeline for the Yucatan Peninsula. It's dropped to a Category 2, and you see here the tropical storm force winds. That's between 40 and 75 roughly. It's probably going to impact the resorts there, but minimal impact, hopefully, compared to what we were looking at a couple of days ago. It'll run across the peninsula weekend and then may reform into a minimal hurricane prior to landfall, potentially along the Texas-Mexico border heading into early next week. Warm, muggy, isolated storms overnight, 74, 88 tomorrow, humid, more storms, but after that, noticeably better as far as the humidity levels are concerned. Saturday, Sunday, dry as well, so good payback from all the stormy weather that we dealt with today. A hot one as we kick off next week, 92 Monday, and then a few scattered storms and highs into the mid to upper 80s through the mid part of next week.